Hi. This is Currency C-Drama. Today we will review Chinese drama Ready for Love. In the morning, Meng Chuxia woke up from drowsiness and saw a man standing by the window shouting the name Jie Kai. When the man turned around, Meng Chuxia shouted, "Who are you?" To her surprise, it was the newly appointed CEO of the group, Tang Jingxing. Meng Chuxia recalled with great fear the alcohol she had drunk the previous night, which led to the current situation. She found her phone and tried to make a call, but the other person couldn't answer. At that moment, Tang Jingxing threw a check at her and told her to forget about what happened last night. Faced with this sudden situation, Meng Chuxia burst into tears, realizing that her first time had turned out like this. Tang Jingxing touched the lip mark on his neck and looked at the roses on the bed. He also recalled Meng Chuxia's enthusiasm from the previous night. He smirked, took out a pen and wrote a note, which he then threw at her. Meng Chuxia, feeling very angry, said she didn't know him, which infuriated Tang Jingxing. He yelled at her to stop pushing it, and after saying that, he put on his clothes and left the room. On the other side, Jie Kai, played by Wang Yilei, received a call from his supervisor urging him to come to work early. Meanwhile, a creditor came to collect his debt, threatening to break his legs if he didn't pay. Seeing the news, Jie Kai started to panic. Meng Chuxia angrily packed her things and walked out to find Tang Jingxing. She intended to return the check to him. Suddenly, the elevator door opened, and she saw Alex. Tang Jingxing's face immediately softened, and he hugged Meng Chuxia. Seeing the ambiguous traces on Tang Jingxing and Meng Chuxia, Alex teased that Tang Jingxing valued his principles. Tang Jingxing clarified that Meng Chuxia was not his girlfriend but his fiancée. After seeing Alex off, Tang Jingxing's expression changed again. Finally arriving at their destination, Tang Jingxing prepared to leave, and Meng Chuxia threw the check at him once more before walking away angrily. Then she received a call from her mother. Meng Chuxia hurriedly returned home and saw the IOU posted outside. Suddenly, her father called her over while watching TV. A group of people surrounded the TV, and Meng Chuxia also saw her own figure. The TV was reporting the first exposure of Tang Jingxing. Everyone criticized Meng Chuxia, saying she was with Jie Kai. Her father kicked her out of the house, and she came out frustrated. On the other side, Jie Kai called Meng Chuxia, hoping she could help him. Meng Chuxia learned that Jie Kai had borrowed a high-interest loan for his business and owed 1 million. After listening, Meng Chuxia wanted to go and find Jie Kai, but he stopped her, telling her to raise the money and transfer it directly to his account. Meanwhile, Meng Chuxia was also distressed. How could she raise so much money in a week? Suddenly, a creditor's voice came through the phone, urging Jie Kai to repay the debt. Meng Chuxia tried calling again, but his phone was switched off. At that moment, Meng Chuxia received a call informing her that she had been accepted for a job. She decided that once she resolved these troubles, she would take her mother out of this terrible place. Tang Jingxing returned to his company and listened to people's discussions. Alex had already terminated the contract and made a promise to everyone. Within a month, he would bring Wan Mao back on track. If he failed, he would step down from the CEO position. Tang Jingxing instructed his secretary to find Meng Chuxia. Meng Chuxia was walking with a pile of documents when the secretary informed Tang Jingxing that those news reports were Meng Chuxia selling them at a high price to others. Upon hearing this, Tang Jingxing also felt a headache. When he turned around, he coincidentally bumped into Meng Chuxia. Meng Chuxia in a fluster grabbed onto Tang Jingxing. After they finished looking at the documents, Meng Chuxia hurriedly tried to escape but was pulled back by Tang Jingxing. Tang Jingxing pulled Meng Chuxia into his office, while the secretary informed the news to the old lady. The old lady decided to secretly go over there. Tang Jingxing was extremely surprised to see Meng Chuxia at Wan Mao, and both of them were puzzled. Sitting in the chair, they suddenly saw Tang Jingxing's photo album. Tang Jingxing told Meng Chuxia to leave the company immediately and leave Jingzhou forever. If I keep you in Jingzhou, who knows how much trouble you will cause. Meng Chuxia resigned if she wanted to resign, but leaving Jingzhou is impossible. Then Meng Chuxia angrily left the office and went to the restroom. She drew a picture of Tang Jingxing on the paper, venting her anger and complaining about her miserable life. She had to resign right after joining the company. Meanwhile, Tang's old lady also came to the company. Suddenly she had an asthma attack, which Meng Chuxia noticed. Meng Chuxia quickly opened her bag and handed the medicine to Tang's old lady. Tang's old lady planned to reward Meng Chuxia for her help but learned that she was going to resign. After bidding farewell to Tang's old lady, Meng Chuxia left and went to the office. She angrily confronted Tang Jingxing, asking him how he could hide his daughter-in-law in the company. Tang Jingxing was also helpless with his grandmother's attitude. Tang's old lady planned to arrange a marriage between Tang Jingxing and Meng Chuxia to turn the situation around for Wan Mao. Tang Jingxing didn't want their relationship to be based on business, and advised his grandmother to watch fewer romance dramas. Under his grandmother's words, he reluctantly accepted this order. Tang's old lady also instructed Tang Jingxing to bring Meng Chuxia back in the evening. Helpless, Tang Jingxing opened his phone and asked his secretary to find detailed information about Meng Chuxia. He called Meng Chuxia to his office, but she covered her face with the resignation letter. Tang Jingxing moved the letter away and told Meng Chuxia, "Let's get engaged."